So within the Nastran environment, material orientation is a little bit buried, but you right click on the analysis, you go into the new flyout, and you select a new material orientation. Now what's key here is that it only works with faces that have shell elements assigned to it. So I've already gone through the effort of assigning shell elements to really all the faces in this analysis, but you could be specific about the faces. And then I'm going to select a face and notice that it appears in the geometry. And really the only option here is to select faces, but there is the face chain. So if I want to select all the faces, I can enable face chain, I can select it, and then anything that's connected is going to be obviously selected when I make my selection. And that was just a right click to enable the face chain. The right click option within the geometry also provides the option to clear all, delete all, so that you can remove faces or quickly remove all faces. Then what we do is we select the type. So do I want a vector projection? Do I want the surface U direction? As you can see here, we can do rotated curves. So I'm going to do a curve tangent type. Let's increase the size a bit. Let's change the color just so it stands out a little bit more. And now what we can see is that we can actually select the orientation curve. And here's the option to reverse the direction. So perhaps what I want is I want this to be my orientation. I should actually click in there. Maybe I want this to be my orientation curve, so we can see it's picked that edge, and it's now going to use that edge to set the curved tangent direction. So now that that's been set, I'm going to click OK, and it's going to go through and apply that. And now notice the new node in the model tree that lists the model orientation. I can right click on it and I can pick edit, and I can modify any aspect of it. So perhaps we didn't want this face, so I'm actually going to delete that face from the selection. Perhaps we actually wanted to do rotated curve tangent instead. So my second geometry is perhaps going to be that edge. I will click OK, and I'll update the material orientation. So that's the process. A little bit buried to find it, but once you find it, it appears in the tree, and you can make changes to it whenever you need to.